Alright, cool little fact I didn't even realize before I hop here to the final introductions, guys. But if you liked seeing him earlier, sadly got knocked out, but Liquid Hero is actually streaming, so make sure that if you stop by his stream, you give him some love for playing in the OlimoLeague. Sorry as I stumble past my words, but welcome back, one and all. We're in the finals. No longer a best of 3, but now a best of 5. We find a really talented pair of players, to say the least, spawning in the bottom right corner of the map, playing for Dead Pixels. It's the purple Zerg player, True.
In the upper right, is the red Terran, it's Invasion Esports, Gumiho.
Oh man, you know what I just realized? Okay, so they would need to pick up 2 more players, but I want to see Team Dead Pixels and Shellcraft Clan Wars. I'm just saying. Fantasy, Patience, True. Who would your 2 pair, like if you could pick 2 teamless players, or I guess mercenary players, whatever, to pair with that, who would you pick?
I honestly can't think of someone who is like a mercenary.
Well, I mean, like you could take the guys from Invasion Esports, for example, right? So you got like DRG, you got Gumiho, like stuff like that. Guys who aren't on a team competing in Total Biscuits Clan Wars thing.
Jadong. Yeah. Fantasy. Gumiho.
Well, I mean, Fantasy's already on Dead Pixels.
Oh, right. Well, I guess I'm saying the whole entire team, I guess, right? So, and then there's gonna be 5. I really can't think of it. This is too much pressure.
I would actually, I'd love to see Invasion Dead Pixels like ally or something. That'd be pretty cool because you have Super, you'd have Gumiho, you have DRG, right? Then you mix that up with True, Patience, and Fantasy. That'd be a sick roster of 6 players.
I totally forgot about DRG. Why does the DRG play on these things?
I don't know. Maybe we need to go bug him.
He didn't make GSL, right? So he's not really... I don't want to say he's not doing anything, right? Because he's definitely practicing his heart out, but... It's kind of like this league was made for people that, you know, they got knocked out of GSL, they never got into GSL or SSL as it is now. They leave us like nothing else to do except practice 24/7, not making any real dough here and there, and DRG's kind of fitting that person right now, so I really don't know what he's doing.
Well... Gumiho is going to get in here with the Reaper. I guess there's that nice little cliff you can use the backside of, but how much is he really going to do with this? I mean, True did get a little bit stingy on going for links, but so far so good on pulling the drones back.
Very nice. I can't believe this is doing so much damage, though, really. Usually the Queen's popped out and has scared that away, but 4 drones nearly die? Dang. I keep going back in there. You gotta get one of those. Come on. Get the one on the ghost phaser. Alright.
Nope.
Alright.
It was like a middle finger to you specifically. He knew you were casting. He was like, you know what? I could win this game right now, but...
That's fine. He purposely went mutas for me, because he's a nice guy.
By the way, did they change something recently that I've never... I remember that you could always see critters through the fog of war normally. He just killed... Oh! I was gonna break off. He just killed this stupid Scantolid or whatever the hell it's called. Damn! Gumiho!
I just don't know.
Okay, well, True's gonna win this game now. Better.
Yeah,
Karma.
Jesus. Like, seriously. Do you see, like, its tendrils are still, like, flapping and it was dying?
I mean, like, if you kill something by accident, that's one thing. You're like, oops, I dropped a nuke on it, right? But to deliberately with 2 Reaper... Wow, that's just... No. Someone get PETA on the phone right now. And I'm not talking about the kid from Hunger Games.
The Baker's Boy?
Actually, that always bugged me because... Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I've watched all the Hunger Games movies, right? And every time she says PETA, I just think of, like, Lois from, like, Family Guy. Like, PETA!
Oh, no. I just think of him, like, I see, like a pita bread, you know, like, in his on his face. His name's like a pun, right? Like pita, because he's a baker. It's like pita bread.
So stupid. So stupid. Okay. Well, the 3rd Reaper actually coming across with these Hellions is going to be able to pick off creep tumors really nicely. I don't know if we go further than that.
Sure.
It's always a little bit hard to get in there.
They deal with roaches, Rifkin. Oh, no.
Well, I think more so than that, scouting that there are going to be roaches.
I think it's going to be a roach bailing all in. It's 2 gases. Just waiting for the bailing.
Did you see the 3rd CC? Yeah, he did actually. Okay, so True knows what he's coming up against. This is a really smart move, but Gumiho gonna go for a tank. Gumiho gonna be playing mech, and he might not get caught too off guard by this.
So it's not gonna be a roach baneling, despite how much gas is taking. Just a lot of roaches.
It's really important. Gumiho not only does he get this tank down, but he's got to get that wall down. I mean,
Oh, the Natural's under attack. Roaches aren't out to defend quite yet. Oh no. What is he doing? Oh.
Actually, okay, I was gonna say that wasn't going too bad at first, but that last blast, 9 drones.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that caused True to go ahead and go for the painting nest, or if he was just waiting that long.
Oh, Gumiho, man, you gotta get that wall down.
Oh,
I mean, for everyone who's maybe not so familiar with this matchup in this instance, there's a very strict timing. 6 minutes is the earliest you want to have that wall down and fully complete to stop most Roach all-in / attacks, but a tank is no good if the Roaches can walk directly up to it, and a tank on the position of the cliff here doesn't actually cover the natural base. So, again, very important he gets this wall down. The Hellions can tangle with this a little bit. The 2 Marines in the bunker will add a good amount of damage, but of course it's not this first amount of Roaches. It's the Roach baneling possible counterattack that makes it so deadly.
Yeah, why did he get a baneling nest? He's just joining jump right now. In fact, he's getting 2 Evo chambers. This is doing okay damage, getting rid of the Hellions, but in fact, with Gumiho going mech, Hellions aren't really as concerned.
You know what it was? He was like, alright, I'm playing against Gumiho. This guy's smart. He's gonna have a wall down. Let's just see what I can do with the Roaches. Not the case. These do get cleaned up. They don't cause that much damage. A couple SCVs die. A small amount of panic, but as you pointed out, normally if you lose those Hellions, that's pretty devastating. It gives up your map control. You can't deny creep tumors. You got no scouting, and the Lings will flood in and kill you. But when you're playing mech, you're going to have an abundance of Hellions, and you don't really care that you lost the first 8.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not...
But this is really important. We got double armories.
Gumiho's gonna try and get up to those starports at the very least, and probably battle cruisers. But that's a really... I honestly can't believe he's doing that.
No, I can't. Because you know what? I'm gonna call it now. He'll take that island base.
Take island base.
Because who's gonna go mutas versus someone playing mech?
People do that.
No, they do. But I'm just saying, like, it's less likely. You're not gonna have like this 30
what I think he's gonna
swarm.
do. Okay, so if he doesn't take it with his third, it looks like his third's gonna be the gold base.
Okay.
Then you load up 5 SCVs in the 4th planetary before it's a planetary, lift over and just build so many missile turrets. Like if you can get away with it, then that's awesome. But what if True opens up with with mutas? Like how are you ever gonna get the base down?
I think first off, this lava looks really cool. It's totally sober, I promise you. But despite my ADD, it's actually not both players going for the gold. True, actually, I'm not sure it's spooked in there, but okay, Gumiho says to take a more normal base. That's perfectly fine. But before we get too excited about starports, there's going to be a big mid-game that involves the ground units. And you don't oftentimes see this double upgrade investment because it is so flippin' expensive on gas. But when you do see that vehicle plating come down, more often than not, it does indicate that there's going to be an air transition at some point in the game. Doesn't have to be right away, doesn't have to be quick to it, but we may just very well see those come into effect, as Gumiho has been very classically known to make battle cruisers his thing. Oh, raise the depot.
So apparently True did cancel that the baneling nest. But he remakes it, and he still invests into the 1-1 when I thought he knew it was going to be mech before the upgrades were even going. Like... And he's investing into 2. Is he gonna go like fast ultras or what?
No, but these double Hellion drops gonna go pretty nicely. Yes, actually unload. There we go. Because even if the Lings come back to respawn, right? It's kind of awkward to begin with. If those Hellions had those helmets had gone to the ramp, that would have been so sick. But the drones are transferring back.
What are you doing? Oh, okay.
Medevic's actually kind of low though. The Queen is focusing it down this whole time, so a little bit dangerous. Finds an interesting spot here behind the spire. Kills a lot of... This Hellbat's going to kill a lot of Lings on his way out. It's going to go down with 26 kills on it. Oh my god.
Dang, True supply is really quite bad. But that's okay. Okay? Like, the push isn't going to come for quite a while. It wouldn't come for quite a while in a regular mech game with like a 150 push out. And it definitely won't come soon with how Gumiho is playing it. So he has a lot of time to make that up.
Oh, I don't love this turret placement. Again, the problem with turrets like this is it does give you a little bit of extra range, but the strength of a missile turret isn't the range. It's the fact that you repair it forever.
Oh, he is pushing. Okay, I actually like this. I think just being completely passive just asks for trouble. But this is also asking for trouble. Like, if this is cleaned up, then so much of that gas that you're barely getting on 3 bases, you're gonna have a hard time getting 4 bases, you have to replace all of this now, as well as try and transition with the 2-2, 3-3 upgrades. Like,
he's going to take this fight, too. There's no way the Mutas can get involved with this. Even if they magic box on the Thors. If it was 1 Thor and no Vikings, yes. But it's a lot of Vikings, a couple of Thors. Blue Flame Hellions chasing down the drones.
Oh my god. It looks like True's just going to end up losing here, right? Like, he has no Roaches. He was going to go for something kind of weird here with the upgrades and the Baneling speed. I guess just mass Banelings busting through everything.
Certainly counterattack attempts to go off, but it is going to be against Blue Flame Hellions to defend. Thor's just kind of dealing with every little which way thing that comes by. Tanks are sieged up, and yeah, it's so kind of lackluster out of True, but Gumiho's got this.
Yeah, I think True really was kind of expecting what I was expecting, right? Like, he had a lot longer to do whatever he wanted to do. He wasn't expecting Gumiho to push out that quickly.
Yeah, I mean,